Last year, I reviewed The Wizard of Oz, as well as its underrated animated follow-up, Journey Back to Oz. Now let's talk about the film that I think some people claim to be the real sequel to the Judy Garland classic, Return to Oz. Bad Days, Entertainment Rankings and Reviews. So greetings my fellow YouTubers and welcome to Big D's Entertainment Rankings and Reviews. My name is Doyle, better known to you all as the Big D. And this time around I bring to you a review of the 1985 British American dark fantasy flick Return to Oz. Released by Disney, written and directed by Walter Murch, co-written by Gil Dennis, produced by Paul Maslansky. The film stars Nicole Williamson, John Marsh, Piper Laurie, and Fairuza Balk in her first screen role as Dorothy. Now, this is actually an unofficial sequel to the classic Wizard of Oz from 1939, and is based on author L. Frank Baum's early 20th century Oz novels, 1904's The Marvelous Land of Oz, and 1907's Ozma of Oz. Now in the story, Dorothy returns to the land of Oz to find it has been overthrown by the villainous Gnome King and must restore it with the help of some new friends. Now I'm going to try not to give the whole story away because this movie is very rare and what have you, and it's pretty underrated. The film came out in the summer of 1985. Though it got mixed reviews, the film was unfortunately a commercial disappointment, as it failed to only make $11 million in the US. But has, however, gained a cult following. Anyway, Dorothy still talks about the land of Oz troubling her Aunt Em and Uncle Henry, who believes she is fantasizing, but in her yard she finds a key when Oz insignia. However, Aunt Em takes her to a doctor for electrotherapy. But, however, she's freed from her restraints when she's about to receive treatment and the power fails by and she's saved by a mysterious ghost tells her that the doctor's machines damage the patients. They escape with a nurse in pursuit. Well, Dorothy clambers aboard a chicken coop while the other girl vanishes, and Dorothy's swept away and ends up in Oz again. But she finds something really surprising. Her chicken, Bellina, who can now talk, and soon they find out Emerald City is in ruin. No one's around, not even the King of Oz, the Scarecrow. Soon they encounter these things called the Wheelers, and then meet a mechanical man called Tic-Toc. They learn the Scarecrow has been captured by the Gnome King. Everyone else around Emerald City has been turned to stone, even the Tin Woodsman and the Cowardly Lion. Well, they learn that not just the Gnome King, but Mombi is behind this. Now, try not to get confused, mixed in, because if you've seen my review of Journey Back to Oz, Mombi, of course, was the villainess of that movie. She's in a way a villainess in this movie. Anyway, they soon get another couple more new members, including Jack Pumpkinhead, was brought to life via Mombi's powder of life, and Gump, a creature with furniture rope and the head of a moose-like animal. So anyway, they go out and try to get things back to normal, but apparently Dorothy discovers that the Gnome King has the one thing Dorothy lost when she returned to Kansas in the end of the original of her first visit, the ruby slippers. But anyway, I'll only give you one slight heads up on them, one slight little spoiler, and it's that the girl who helped her escape was really Princess Ozma, the rightful ruler of Oz. Yes. So, anyway, that's all I'm going to tell you. I'm just going to tell you, you're just going to have to see this movie if you want to. The movie's currently showing on Disney Plus. I'd say, would I recommend it? Well, sure, go ahead, give it a try. And if you're not satisfied with, well, I can't say I didn't try. But anyway, now I had to agree with what critics say. The effects were pretty good, and so were the performances. Most notably Fairuza Balk. Well, she may not be as good as Judy Garland, though, but still she does a good job in Dorothy's role, nonetheless. Nicole Williamson, I I may have said, it's Nicole, not Nicole. Sorry, my mistake. Who plays the Gnome King and Dr. Worley. Jean Marsh plays Nurse Wilson and Princess Mombi. Playing Uncle Henry is Matt Clark, and Piper Laurie is Aunt Em. Anyway, yeah, and we also have some voices. One of them happens to be Jim Henson's brother, Brian Henson, who voices Jack Pumpkinhead. Yeah, you better believe it, my friends. However, I have to agree with what Chris signed on. The dark content and twisted visuals. Yeah, that was kind of a little bit creepy. So I'm gonna say this is an okay good in between okay good and good good. It's still not as good as The Wizard of Oz though, nor is it close to as good as the animated Journey Back to Oz, but still with a decent, good set of cast like Fairuza Balk in her first appearance in film. This film's not too bad. So anyway, give Journey Back to Oz a shot. Yeah, and now of course when I mentioned the characters like Tim Woodsman and Kelly Lang were frozen, that was kind of a downside because we don't get to see much of those two, unfortunately. We do see some of the Scarecrow, but not a whole lot either. That's another downside I have. But overall, Return to Oz is, decent. So anyway, let's see what else am I missing. David Shire's score for this was good, and that's that's about it. So, what are your thoughts on Journey? On not Journey, I mean Return to Oz. Oops, I'm sorry, my bad. I'm getting carried away here. So, what are your thoughts on Return to Oz? That's what I'm saying. Please tell me in the comment section below. And if you like this video, click the like button below. Subscribe to my channel as well, and be a part of the Big D Nation. Alright, join me next time when I bring to you another underrated movie, another cult classic, which is not too far away from its anniversary, Flash Gordon. So thank you for watching, and if you like this, check out these other reviews if you want to see more of Oz. Go to the upper left-hand corner for my review of the classic Wizard of Oz, the upper right-hand corner for the animated filmation movie Journey Back to Oz, which you can find on YouTube, but it's in separate parts. Just try to do your best to look it up. I'd recommend that movie. Or if you want a little more underrated Disney, go to the bottom left-hand corner for my review of The Black Cauldron, which opened about a month after this, as a matter of fact, that same year. So this recently celebrated its 35th anniversary also. And the bottom right-hand corner is the button you can click to subscribe. If you like rankings and reviews on movies, TV, music, video games, etc., then I'm your guy. Thanks for watching. Until next time, I'm the Big D saying, see ya.